Good morning, bunnies. So obviously this is gonna be a little bit new for us, but I decided that I wanted to start vlogging, specifically our little homestead life, to give you guys more behind the scenes. We post a lot of recipes and tiny little updates on TikTok, but I figured why not you guys hang out with me for the day, get to know me, get to know what we do, our dreams, our hopes, everything else in between. So today I'm gonna bring you along with me throughout the day. We're gonna go visit the buns. We're gonna go hit the gym. I'm ready. I have a New Year's resolution this year to get back down to 130 pounds. I was at 160, so I've already lost about, I wanna say like 10 pounds, so I'm getting there. We also have to figure out what we're gonna do about Burrow and Bloom, start planning the year because we're gonna be doing farmers markets and vendor shows. I also have a little update for you guys. Very exciting stuff happening this year. Hopefully everything goes according to plan and hopefully you guys come along for the ride. So let's go ahead and get this day started. Should probably pre-warn you guys that these vlogs are gonna be a little unedited. I want them to be a little more raw than what you're used to, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Every morning I like to wake up with some tea, and I also have this energy drink that I started to take. Let me heat this up. This is what it looks like. It is called Pinole. It is a pre-Hispanic energizer. It is a complex carbohydrate, a lot of great nutrients, and I use it as a pre-workout. I have been trying to get away from all of the non-natural things, so pre-workout is one of those things that are really bad for you. They're high in sugar, and this is not. This is just the better alternative. It doesn't give you like a tingly feeling, but it does give you that energy boost that you need. I drink it about like 15 minutes before I actually go and work out. I just find that that works best for me, but let's go ahead and make it real quick. We use a lot of containers on the homestead. I usually wouldn't grab a plastic one, but all of my jars are dirty right now, so this is gonna have to do for today. And I'm not a big fan of just water, so I'm just gonna be adding a little bit of ginger root to my water. There's some nettle leaf in here also. I'll drink half of this now and then half of it when I'm at the gym. And I have a whole morning routine set up, and this is just what works for me. Let's go wake up the buns. Just landed butt first into the ice. Let me introduce you to the gang. This is Buck. He is our youngest male. Boonjun. He's very angry bun. He does not like being touched. Oh, wow, he actually let me touch him today. He usually runs away and kicks at me. He is the bunny that we are going to breed to get more pets, and he's a meat rabbit. This is Penelope. We think that she is pregnant, that's why she has a nesting box in here, but she hasn't touched it in a couple of days, and it looks like she's trying to make a nest over on that side. So I'm gonna just let her figure it out, and hopefully she gets the hint that they're supposed to go in here. If not, then when the babies are born, I will move the babies in here. But yeah, I'm gonna go get her some. Oh, sorry, mamas. Pushing your head down too much. They become pregnant, they also get grouchy, so she's not a big fan of me touching her right now. We try our best to buy all of our feed locally. Sometimes we really can't because vendors can't make enough on time, but our hay is local. We get it here in North Dakota. I'm giving Penelope more hay just because if she is pregnant, she's gonna need it to make her nest. I should probably wear my snow boots first, but too much work. Drink some of our tea just to wake up our body, and we're gonna hit the road. We're here at the gym. We're gonna go and work out. I usually do something light in between of Pilates and cardio, or I merge the two. So that's gonna be pretty quick, honestly. Usually about like 30 minutes to 40 minutes is what I aim to do. Let's go home. Okay, so we are back home and we need to eat, obviously, because at this point it's like 12 in the afternoon and we need our food. So we're going to have tamales. I made them the other day. These are a little bit different than tamales poblanos, which is what I'm used to, but my husband's from Sinaloa and Mom sent me the recipe to make this, so I decided to surprise him the other day before he went out to work again. We're gonna heat those up. Usually I would do it on the stovetop, but I'm a little lazy, so we're gonna put them into the microwave. I know you're not supposed to. It's just a lot faster. There's this very specific way that I make my eggs because I have a smell thing. I don't like the smell of eggs or chicken. So I guess come with me if you want to see how I make them. Let the pan heat up a little bit and then I go ahead and add my oil. And this is the secret ingredient. It's purple onion, a little bit of garlic salt, a pinch of paprika, black pepper. And as soon as it's cooked, I take it off the heat. I feel like when you let it sit too long, that's when it catches that weird smell. And the onion and the spices kind of helps me get rid of that. So I have my eggs here. And my little tamal. I'm gonna take it out of the husk and put it onto my plate. This is salsa macha, and I make it on a high concentrate of nut to chiles. So it's like a very nutty salsa. This is what it looks like. It tastes so good, and I put it all over my breakfast. I am a sucker for hot chili oil. It is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I love eating it with anything and everything. So this is gonna be our breakfast for today. Tamal has venison inside of it, potatoes and an olive and jalapenos. So it's very different than your regular tamales, but I promise it is so good. We're gonna wind down a little bit, take a break, and then I'm gonna bring you guys along to figure out what we're gonna do for Burrow and Bloom. See you in a little bit. We are still renovating a lot of our homes, so just excuse the background. I finished eating and I started watching a movie. I got a little bit sidetracked, but it was the movie called People We Meet on Vacation, and oh my god, it's so good. I love it. For those of you who are not aware, I started a business in the summer in August, and I have slowly been trying to expand it. I started a farm stand refillery, and essentially what that is farm stand products on a refill system. Basically just trying to reward people for coming back, using the same container, ordering in bulk, that type of good stuff. And this summer, I'm thinking that it's gonna take off. Part of what I'm trying to do is also get into a couple of different programs, which I apply to. They're private programs, but essentially is teaching farming skills and just getting those connections, networking, things like that. And I was accepted into one. I think it's called Strength ND, and it's specifically for entrepreneur farmers who are just getting into the field and just starting out. So love. Part of what they're going to be doing is loaning me a plot of land to grow vegetables. They're going to give me all the tools and experience, pay for seedlings and things like that. So I'm really excited about that. We currently only homestead on, I think it's a fourth of an acre. It's very tiny. And so being able to do this is going to be an amazing experience. And that was the news that I wanted to share with you guys because it's just exciting. I guess before I go ahead and plan, I should probably tell you guys my vision for this whole journey. There's this specific farm that I was introduced to, and it is located in France, but this is a hub of where people go to learn culinary skills, farming skills, and agricultural skills. Everything is combined into one location, which is absolutely amazing. I want to do something like that in the United States. However, I want to make it more accessible to people because France charges an arm and a leg for those things. Now, I completely understand and agree that when it comes to this type of business, there's a lot of money that goes into it. There's a lot of value that goes into it. I 100% agree. But I want it to be accessible to a lot of people frequently. Like, I want you to be able to take this as like a Disney opportunity where you can go maybe once or twice a year, or your special occasion, something that you really want to try out and see if this type of lifestyle is for you. But in order to do that, we need money, okay? Here's what the plan is going to be. I'm going to start setting up a section of where I'm going to garden. I'm going to make a list of everything that we're going to grow this year. I'm also going to make a list of all the inventory that we're going to make for vendor shows. We're going to mass produce everything so that we can just wake up and go to these shows and just sell. Hopefully accumulate so that we can one day buy the homestead farm of our dreams. That is the plan. It's a lot, I know. But I think that we might be able to do it. Okay, so the time has definitely gone past. I think we're pretty much done. I created this. Essentially, I jotted down our goals, the produce that I want to prep, the markets that we're going to be at, and a to-do list. I'm 100% sure that I probably missed something that I was thinking about throughout the day, but I'll just update it whenever something comes to mind. It is now about 5 p.m. The sun is starting to set here in Bismarck, so let's go ahead and do our night routine for the buns. I've been watching a lot of bunny content and other Midwest people who raise rabbits very religiously, but they all don't cover their buns during the winter. And I don't know, like, something in me tells me that they get cold. It could just be me, but this is my first year raising them in this area, and it drops down to the negatives sometimes, and I don't want them to go through that cold. So let's just go ahead, take that extra precaution, cover them up a little bit, check in on everyone, make sure everyone has food, water, etc., etc. This is why it's so important to come and check on them, because look at this over here. Hi, Bubba. Hi, puppy. I'm trying to feel his ears. They are a little cold. And that's not good. Can you see, puppy? Come here. Come here. Are you cold? Hmm? Hi, Big Mamash. How you doing? Okay, her ears are not cold, so. What happened? What happened, puppies? I keep their food in this little tote just so it doesn't cook some pellets. You hungry, Mama? Big Mama. Come here, Bunjin. Bunjin, come here. Okay, his ears are not cold. His ears are pretty cold though. I'm gonna give him some extra hay so that he can nuzzle into it. He might just be far away from them so he doesn't do well. Thomas, what are you doing? What are you doing? If you guys have any recommendations on bowls that they won't just throw around, please let me know. She eats from her bowl, but she also plays with it, so we lose a lot of feed. That loses a lot of money. Do you guys see her belly? I'm 100% sure she's pregnant. There's no way that's just her. I have a couple of projects that I want to do during the summer. One is going to be building a shed for them so that they can go into during the winter, and also building a little hutch where I could put their feed and food so it stays dry, because sometimes it gets really wet out here. And right now we have their hay inside of our sunroom, our undone sunroom. And it just makes a lot of mess. So I want to get that fixed. I just don't want to attract more critters. We have a family of wild rabbits that live here. They're probably really thankful for all the hay that gets dropped. But it is like food waste, and that's just something that I try to avoid. Look at this book. Give some more to Penelope just in case she needs it. She has a lot in there already, but I'm just trying to kind of prompt her to make a nest, and she just is refusing to. She just might be a little early, but she likes to play in it, so I like to see that. She's so funny. I think they look for like this little piece here. It just is so much sweeter and tastier to them for some reason. But yeah, right now Penelope's living the dream. Alright, let's go ahead and everyone has food. You guys have probably noticed that I have heat lamps in there, and it was really cold in the beginning of the winter. I'm talking like -20s. So I had those in there just in case they needed them. At this point, it's only dropped to 20 degrees, and they are usually okay with that. All you really have to do is block them from the wind. I also stopped turning it on to see if Penelope her mom instincts were kicking and kind of be like, oh shoot, it's cold, let me build an actual nest. But I think since I put the nesting box in there, she just thinks it's finished and has not finished it. Like I said, I'm hoping that closer to the kindling she will build a nest. But I'm gonna be out there like twice a day to just make sure that she does. All right, so it is dinner time and I have 4 hard-boiled eggs along with some pickled jalapenos and onions. I try to keep my food very light towards the end of the day. I did have another tamal, so this is just a little snack so that I don't go to sleep with an empty stomach, because that's never good. That was pretty much it for the day. I know that these are not going to be super exciting vlogs, but I figured I would just show you what a normal day in my life looks like, things I'm working on. I just want you guys to be along for the ride. I was gonna make some cheese, but it is getting really late and that workout that I did was kind of heavy. I did go do some weights that I didn't film, so I am a little bit tired. So we'll be doing the cheese video tomorrow, probably on a short. You could also find it on my TikTok. Ask your questions. I always love to answer questions. So I guess I'll just say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you guys have an amazing day or night, whichever one you're watching this at. But bye bunnies.